Hey traders, hope you guys are having a great weekend. So looking back on my channel, I've seen that I've posted a lot of strategy videos, but never really spoken about psychology and really getting your mental side right in trading. Because strategy can only get you so far. I've noticed I've made some really good strategy videos that you can use, but haven't really spoken about what I do for my psychology and things that I've implemented to really make me a much better trader over the years, because I've been doing this for roughly coming on about eight and a half years now, and I really want to give you guys some good tips in order to really take your trading to the next level. Because without you working on your psychology and risk management and things like that, it's basically trading's just going to be pointless. I've spoken to a lot of traders over the years, and I can just see the same patterns and the same destruction that happens because of their psychology and blown accounts every week. And it's just basically a really vicious cycle, because nobody's actually working on their actual mental edge. So 3 things that ruin accounts, looking back at personally my blown accounts and things like that. And there's 3 things. So I've just got a little checklist here that I'm going to go through quickly, but this is super important, guys. So follow right till the end and listen to this. These are things that once you've implemented them, that literally you'll become a professional trader within months. Okay, but you have to work on these things. So the first thing is no stop loss used on trades. Okay, the second thing is risking more than 3% per trade, max 5% if it's a small account. The third thing is over trading, and basically which leads to your trading time frame. So trade frequency. So what you need to do is, and what I did was I sacrificed, and I still do it, I sacrificed weeks out of the year where I'll take a full week to work on certain things on my trading. I won't worry about profits. I'll trade with a small account and I'll work on certain things in my trading, and I'll see by the end of the week how, if I'm profitable or if I'm not profitable by making these changes. All right, so usually what you'll find is by making the changes, it will affect your psychology and it will make you feel a bit like you're taking a step back, but you're actually taking a step forward. So sacrifice weeks out of the year to actually work on these things. And because imagine there's 52 weeks or so in the year, just take a week to work on 1 or 2 things, okay? Because by the end of the week, you'll see, okay, if you were profitable, by the end of the week, it'll give you a massive confidence boost and assurance that by using, for example, a stop loss, it's not actually that bad. Because how many times have you looked back on your account and been like, shit, if I'd only just used a stop loss, I would have still had majority of my account. Then you see a beautiful setup form, you could have made that money back and more. Okay, so use a stop loss in every trade. That's the first thing I do, and see if you are profitable by the end of the week. Risk max 3 to 5% per trade, so no emotion and tilt comes in. And the third thing is trade frequency. So use a 15-minute time frame and set alerts on levels so that you have to wait. This prevents over trading and tilt. Trade like a pro, trade like a sniper. So set alerts and levels on your charts. So make sacrifices weeks out of the year that you take to work on these and implement to come to a realization, and confidence gives you confidence going forward. So huge things, guys. Stop loss, risk, how much you risk per trade, and over trading. A lot of people talk about these things on YouTube and trading psychology books and things, but it's all ignored and nobody actually implements these things. So just take a week out of your trading to work on things. Work on using a regular stop loss in every trade. Work on not risking more than 3% per trade, between 1 and 5% per trade. Work on not over trading, so increase your time frame. Set alerts on your charts and actually wait for levels to be hit, reaction levels, like as I've spoken about on my channel, things that I wait for before I take trades. If you go back and look at those strategy videos, you'll see there's some brilliant strategies, but without the psychology behind it and working on your psychology and building confidence in your psychology and your psychological game, strategy is basically pointless. So really work on these things and take weeks out of the year to work on your psychology and your risk management. Sacrifice because instead of a blown account by the end of the week, you could have learned a new skill and a new realization that, okay, cool, by me actually using these things, I'm profitable. So that'll give you confidence going forward, and the realization that it's okay to use a stop loss, it's okay to risk less, it's okay to take less trades and be like a sniper. Okay, and then, this is going to take you to that next level, because strategy is really not enough. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you're not using a stop loss, if you're risking too much per trade, and if you're over trading and things like that, strategy means absolutely nothing. So please, guys, take weeks out of the year, I'm going to keep saying it, to actually work and build yourself up, build better habits, work on your psychology, and really cement these things in your brain, because that's going to take you to the next level and really make you a professional trader going forward. Otherwise, so I want to make more psychology videos and things that I do, but these are basically it, these 3 things that I've mentioned. No stop loss used, so implementing a stop loss in every trade, risking 3% or less per trade, and over trading using a time frame like I like to use the 15-minute time frame, and set alerts, trading 1 or 2 pairs, trading less, things like that. So really hope this video helped, guys, and if you want to book a one-on-one with me to work on your strategy and your psychology, risk management, really take your game to the next level, click the link down below and I'll gladly have a chat with you. Otherwise, keep watching more videos, and I share tips and tricks and strategy videos each week to help you, all for free, but if you want to take your game to the next level, you can book a one-on-one and work with me. We can work together to help you as well. Have a great week, guys. May the markets go with you. Peace.